So this is my second playthrough in Starfield, and I really liked my Kepler the first time around. Just finally got it back to really the build that I liked last time, although it's slightly better. I'm going to do a quick tour of the ship build and then the inside of the ship. This is for me as much as anything so that on my third playthrough, I'm able to see exactly what I did and build the ship as good as it was, if not better. So let's jump in and take a look at the ship.
Sure, how about it?
All right, so again, this is my Kepler Mark II, 2,200 fuel, 1,509 hull. I've got about almost 5,000 cargo hold, and yes, I'm using it for a lot of my minerals. 2,215 total mass, and I have, you can see the damage that it does, 30 light years, 2023 shields. Let's do a quick upgrade walkthrough. So I'm using the Riza 300 lasers, as well as the Tsukaiko Sukiyasu 50K missile launchers. So the missile launchers and the lasers are primarily what I use to take down shields, and then the railgun and the missile launchers both do a great job of taking down hulls. Lasers too, but my lasers are pretty much burned out by the time I get into the hull, so that I use my railguns at that point. I've got 4 of the Supernova 2200 engines, and then the SG 3000 shield generator. And then from an equipment perspective up top, I have the captain's quarters here. I have the control station to give me additional crew spaces. I have a docker on top right now, mostly because this playthrough I've not been able to get a bottom docker. And then on the second level, pull this aside for a second, I've got the Viking 220 cockpit. I've got the Stroud Workshop 2x1 underneath that. And then I've got the mess hall, a armory, and the living quarters. So I like the mess hall so that I have a cooking station, the living quarters to give me additional space, and then really the armory is just some additional space so that I can put some armor on display and that sort of a thing. I don't have much yet in this playthrough because it's still relatively early, but that's what I have. So let's go ahead and jump into the ship. I am just gonna, it's getting to be night, so let's walk up to the ship quick, do a quick exterior tour again here.
Ain't you the one I saw in Aquila City is always hopping.
So obviously it's everything you saw in the shipbuilder, but just gives you a little better, for those of you who don't play, gives you a better idea of scale on how big a C-class ship really is from the outside.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
Inside, we've got the first level. Let's go back here. So this is where we have the crew quarters back here. Like I said, I don't have much in the armory yet. My starborn armor, just because it looks cool. The armor that I'm using right now, or spacesuit, is this Ryujin. And the Ryujin set actually upgrades better than my current Starfield or Star Lord armor. And I just think it looks cool. And then we've got the mess hall here so that I have the cooking station, the workshop. And I've got room. When I run out of storage, I like to just put excess stuff in crates back here. Here is the cockpit, Aquila City looking beautiful at night. And then I put the optimization terminal here just because it's not in the way of the captain's locker or the axillary, which would be later here, and then the cargo hold. Going up. Unfortunately, we can't choose where the stairs go, so the stairs are taking me straight into the captain's quarters. Most of you know what this looks like, but this is the control center here that I installed. There's where I get to the docker. And then up front with the captain's quarters, and then a little bit of the views. The views, because it just looks cool. And so with that, that is going to be the current build of my Kepler Mark II. Thank you very much for watching, and I will probably be the only person who watches this. Cheers, everybody. Have a wonderful day.